primitive gatherings.
It is
Stitch Brothers.
Welcome
Stitch Brothers
to this week's episode of Stitch Brothers, the most important hour of your life each week.
Okay. Well, all right. Okay. Well,
the team is not supposed to laugh
right
when
okay.
I say that, right?
Right. I got one thing. Quick. At
What?
the beginning.
Already?
All right. Yeah, already. My sister watches this, and she's in Washington State, right?
Shout out. Where's she at?
Washington State.
Wishy-washy?
Squim,
That's right.
Washington. And she texted me right after the show last week and said, I knew you were going to pull out those craft optics. She knows me only too well. Yeah, my Ghostbuster goggles. Yeah.
Hello to everybody in the chat.
Look at that.
See, listen, if you notice that everyone seems a little bit more chipper, it's because it's nice here in Wisconsin.
Ooh.
And you don't know the value
of sun
of a 45-degree day.
Yeah.
Somebody on the highway with their motorcycle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Until you've lived in a place where it's like 0 degrees for 60 consecutive days. All right. Who do we got? We got Frank. We got all the original.
Yeah.
All the
good.
Yes.
Standard.
Welcome, everybody. Last week was really, really great because of how interactive it was. So, again, we want to encourage you guys. We love the interactive. We love the questions. Don't be shy. It gives us things to talk about, and it makes this a lot more fun for us and hopefully more beneficial for you. So, let's just do some announcements real fast. We have a lot of quilts today. Yeah. So this is going to be quilt heavy, which I think everyone really likes. So we have a lot of great stuff to show off. So really quickly, we're just going to brush over some announcements. And then what are you talking about?
Well, I was going to wait till we were done with the quilts. But, okay, last week I talked about magnifying
Did you see that? Where she brought that, Jake? You didn't even watch it.
Oh, man, I got to show you.
We had like night vision goggles.
Yeah. Well, continuing on the eyeball issues, I have an old-fashioned fluorescent light box, right? And the new LED light boxes are probably like 1,000 times better. So I have a little demo later in the show. But you need the new LED ones, just saying. All right. That's preview. That's the preview. Yes.
Okay. So real quick, this is what we got. For those of you who weren't here last week, we got the common threads, friends and family discounts here. That's the Bernina specials. We won't go into it too much because I talked about it, but essentially it's 20% off all Bernina and Bernette presser feet and big books. So we have a bunch of the big books, big book stitches. Here we got the big book of machine quilting. These things are incredible. If you've never seen those, it is full color page, great stuff. They're normally like $100, so 20% off is a really nice deal. Again, for the other sale, it's going to be 20% off.
Don't we have hoops on sale too?
Is it hoops too?
I think maybe.
It says presser feet and big books.
What's that? Oh, that's the book.
That's a book of a hoop.
Oh.
You can't get 20% off a hoop, but you can get 20% off a book about a hoop.
Or feet. Okay. Sorry.
Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah. So the deal that Jake is looking at is 20% off MSRP, which is slightly below, I believe, what our normal sale prices are on all Q series. And what is it? Domestics. So it's a great month to get in here and buy yourself a sewing machine. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And if you want a BO8, do it now.
Yes.
That ends at the end of the month of February.
Yes. We have them in stock, and we actually got the quilt maker.
Yes.
So we're going to be sending those out. There's a couple people I owe the quilt maker foot set to. Yep. So we'll be emailing or sending those out. Mm-hmm. But if you don't know, you get the free 6 presser foot kit with the BO8. And that's it. So let's not spend too much time on that. One last little announcement that we had a new Q series product.
I'm excited.
That just came in.
I'm
Kaylee,
excited.
If you will. So some of you have heard, but Bernina has just come out with their version of a hoop frame. So some of you are familiar with the hoop frame from, I think, Grace Company. they make a nice, it's a great way for those people who do not have a lot of space, and you want to keep the budget on the lower end. It's a way to get into stand-up quilting without
or sit down.
Yeah, that's true. You can sit down.
Those legs.
And essentially, it's a frame model, but instead of the roller bars and all that, you just clamp it down in a hoop. So it's very, very simple. You can use a domestic machine, or like a Q16 would be, Q16 Plus would be great on this. You could also use an 880. If you bought a new 880 and you're wondering what to do with your 830, well, you could turn it into a nice little mid-arm machine.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's a new product. We just got the promotional materials. Price-wise, you're going to be right in that sort of sit-down Bernina, sit-down model price range. So if you're interested, we got our frame in. We are going to get that assembled ASAP. And if you want to come check it out, you'll be able to see it in person. This year at Madison, those of you who know that we sponsor that classroom every year, and for the last 2 years or 3 years, how long has it been now? 2 years, 3 years? 3 years. We've done the sit downs. This year, we're going to do the whole classroom with hoop frames. So it'll be something new and fun, more stand-up technique. So even if you're into a real frame and you're not into the hoop frame, hopefully you still get some benefit, because it's a way we can set up a whole classroom and you can try free motion rulers, that type of stuff. So that's what I have as far as announcements. We have some questions already.
Wow. I think the only thing upcoming right now for me is March 10th is the next Bernina social. So that's 9 to 4 at the gathering. Call over there and make reservations the Friday before, or you don't get lunch. No lunch.
All right, where do you want to start?
Let's start with some questions before we go onward. Will the Bernina issue a new big book of quilting since the 790? That's a good question mark.
Yeah.
I really hope that they do, because obviously there's some
a lot
features.
Of nice features. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would imagine that somebody is working on that. Because you got those new, what are the big stitches? The jumbo stitches?
I forget what the name is,
Yeah.
but yeah.
So there's so many new features.
What were you talking about with me last night about the mastery programs that you see people doing with the 990s and things like that?
Oh yeah.
That might be a good extra thing for them.
Yeah. I'm in the VIP group for the 990 because I got mine first.
Because she's a VIP.
And it's a really good group for those of you who did get your 990 as a VIP. I would join that group. If you didn't, there's a 990 group in addition to that. But there's a lot of chat out there about ways to use the machine. So if you do have a 990 or a 790, there are Facebook groups out there for those specific models. And there's a lot of good information out there. A lot of good, show and tell and questions answered. And yeah, those are good groups to get into. And I think we're going to start working on
a page in a group.
I do know that there is a new firmware update that was just released for the 990s as well. So if you didn't get that email, you might want to look into that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. What's next? Yeah, so if we want to use the Bernina card, I can do that for you, but I'm gonna have to assist in that. There's no way to enter that. I have to do that manually. So Susie, if you want to give me a call and let me know what you are looking to buy, I can help you use that card for any Bernina related purchases. Yes, and they got some pretty good. Oh, I forgot the financing window. Please hold.
Hold. One moment.
Very important. So it's the 11th through the 15th, and it's 1.99 for 48 months on purchases of $2,000. So that's really great. So those who are looking for a BO8, the BO8 is going to qualify for that. So 2% interest, 48 months. For those of you who would like to use that, the BO8 with some accessories, you're going to be right in the ballpark for that. You'll qualify for that.
Okay.
What is the BO8? So the BO8 is the latest and greatest from Bernette, and it is a straight stitch machine. So essentially, it's sort of like a machine that really specializes in piecing and
semi-industrial.
Semi-industrial, yes.
Really heavy duty. I can do anything from 5 layers of whatever and how many layers of jean fabric. And last week I did organza. It goes from A to Z perfectly.
Yes, so it is perfect.
But straight. It's straight.
That's all it
That's
does.
all it does.
So it's not going to replace your 770 or 570 or 475. But if you have any of those machines, and let's just say you're not, so the big benefit that is without a doubt is that sometimes when you're doing a lot of piecing and you have a machine with 9mm feed dogs and you have problems with your fabric kind of turning and twisting and it's hard to do like a really nice straight stitch, there is ways for you to get your 9mm machine to be better. But I'm telling you right now, I can take a piece of fabric, and because the straight stitch machine, those feed dogs are like really close together, it makes me look like come on, Barb.
I'm sorry. This is to schedule my surgery.
Oh, Barb's got to take that.
Take your mic off.
So, yeah, take your mic off, unless you want everyone to know the details.
Oh, you're muted. You're good.
So,
She's number 1, right?
I'm 3. What are
I'm
you?
4.
Yeah, okay. So you just can't compete for straight stitch with the feed dogs being close together. It makes you look like a pro. I mean, I'm not someone who pieces. My specialty is quilting, but I can take that straight stitch machine and I can do a perfect straight stitch 1/4 inch. It just seems like that fabric hits that guide and just zooms perfectly straight. Whereas for me, it's harder with the machines with the wider feed dogs. And sometimes you have to do a few things, like you need to do the 1/4 inch foot, single hole stitch plate, the dual feed, and then sometimes you need to play with the presser foot pressure. And all those things can help reduce the torque on that fabric, but it just makes you look really, really great. And if you're using your 990 or 790 as an embroidery machine, you don't have to always switch it over, or if you want to run the embroidery and still piece, it's just a great specific machine that will do a specific job really well.
We love it.
We
have
love it.
some videos out there. We posted one from BU and they released it last year of it going
Yeah.
through like 10 layers of duck canvas. And then we did one where we did the same thing against the Juki, and you can just watch that needle blow out of that Juki.
Yeah. So the question right here is, any idea on how the BO8 compares to the Juki? The Juki is a great machine, and we have sold a lot of them throughout the years because my mom really liked that dedicated straight stitch machine. So this is not throwing shade on the Juki at all, but I do think that they benchmarked that machine, and just the nature of how things progresses, they wanted to make sure that it was better in every way. So it's a little bit bigger throat size. It's a little bit faster. The bobbin is 40% bigger. That's huge. So instead of using that little L-sized bobbin, it's basically 40% bigger than that bobbin. It's also the bobbin winder is independent of the main motor, so you don't have to unthread the machine and run the needle to wind a bobbin. So there's just some creature comforts like that. So it's, like I said, nothing wrong with the Juki, but just the way things go, it surpasses that in every way. So we really like it. We sold a lot of them, and the reaction has been overwhelmingly
Super
positive. So,
And they're in stock.
And you get the free presser foot kit if you order it before the end of this month.
And it comes with the optional foot thread cutter you can get too.
Yes, there's some great accessories. So the price, if you look on the website, they're $1,999. So it's a little bit more than the Juki, but you're going to get a little bit more machine. You can either go on the website, or if you have specific questions, give me a call and I can answer any specific questions on that. One thing that we're doing is, and you'll see it, we just added the bobbins to the website, and you'll see a little note there. If you buy the Bernette from us, you're going to get 20% off the bobbins. So don't pay for the price on the website. We can't do that automatically online. We haven't figured that out quite yet because I don't know how to verify you did in fact buy the machine for me. But if you did buy the machine for me and you want to buy the bobbins, give me a call and you get an additional 20% off. So that'll sweeten the pot for people, and it's free shipping. So do not hesitate. We have them in stock right now. They won't be in stock long. Give us a call. All right. We got a ton of questions here. This is great. So Barb, we'll wait until she gets back, Tina, to really answer that question. I mean, if you're looking to quilt in the hoop, the bigger the better usually, right? Because you're doing, you're hooping. So I believe if you got the machine from us, you would have got that special package that includes the maxi hoop, which is the largest hoop the 7 series can use. So that's the one that that you could use. But yeah, the clamp hoop, the square ones are really popular as well. I'll let Barb answer that question because I'm on my Q24, so I can't really answer that with any authority. So we'll see what she says about that. So how you doing, Connie? You're going to be coming here next month, right? We got a machine waiting for Connie. We got a quilt waiting for Connie. Connie's got all the feet, the 72. We got a whole pile for you, Connie.
Nice.
So you're coming in person, so you can, and I'll honor if you decide. You just let me know that you want one, and I can show you in person. So for you, the Big Book of Stitches is great. The Big Book of Machine Quilting is great. The Big Book of Feet is really great. That one has, Bernina has literally hundreds of feet, I feel like. And they have a really great resource that, goes through all of them and, lets you know how to use it, what they can be used for. You don't need to have every foot that Bernina makes, obviously. And some of them are great general purpose feet. However, if you're looking for the best tool for the job, something like the Big Book of Feet is really going to let you know, into the minutia of how to select the biggest or the best foot for whatever you're trying to do. Barb, while you were doing that, a lady had a question. She's got a 790 Pro for quilting. What hoop would you recommend? She had mentioned like the clamp hoop, and
I have not used the clamp hoop, but the people who have say it is really convenient. Most of us like the hoops that have the twist knob, and that starts with what?
There's all sorts of them, but for quilting, the maxi hoop is going to have that twist knob, and that's going to be the biggest. I doubt you're using you're hooping something smaller.
Actually, I think you can use a jumbo hoop with a 790.
You can use the jumbo hoop with any of them.
Yeah,
it just doesn't let you do the whole
thing.
Yeah, so you could definitely play with the jumbo hoop as well. That's true.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, where were we here? Yeah. So if you bring it, we can go over the full consultation, and we have all the paperwork there. We are looking to add the option. I'm working with the people here. We're going to add the option to the website where we can streamline some of this stuff just to make it a lot easier. And for a variety of reasons, it's just going to improve our quilting service. It's not done yet, but for now, the best thing to do if you're local is to call, make an appointment just to make sure we know we're expecting you and we're not like up here doing a live when you're down there, right? So it's always good. We have a small team here and we like it that way. But it's always great to coordinate with us because we're on deliveries and all sorts of different stuff. If you are abroad, just give us a call and we can do a lot of it over the phone. And if you're very, very worried about it turning out a specific way, when you send the quilt in, we can do a more in-depth thing where I can take some photos of what you're looking for. Say you want a feather, I can show you 3 different options and you can tell me which one and all that, so on and so forth. So that's the way we do that. Right. That's it? Okay.
Sorry for the interruption.
Yeah, Barb, what's going on?
What's going on?
Like your surgery is that important? This is Stitch Brothers.
Yes, my surgery is that important. I like to have my life back.
Can you believe this?
For God's sake. Yeah. Okay. Onward.
So do you want to, I think we got quilts. Do you want to talk a little bit about the stuff, or do you want to
Do quilts.
Do you want to do quilts?
Do
All right,
quilts.
let's do quilts.
Yeah, 'cause
This
we
is
didn't
Can I
do-
talk about this machine quick?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
do that.
Woo,
Yep,
yeah.
you do that. I will get some quilts ready here.
So this was traded in
What do we have?
a couple months ago. It's a 750.
Ooh.
It's got just under 5 million stitches, 4.9. I just recently serviced it. What's the price on this one, Luke?
That's not Connie Thomas's 750, is it? That was back on the cart.
What do you mean?
That's 750's Connie Thomas's, who's watching. If it's the
Why
one
is
on
it
the
on the
cart.
cart without a sold sticker?
That one's not for sale. We have another 750 that's at the gathering that just came in. Yeah, that one's sold. Never mind. Jeez.
I was just going
Okay.
back there to see what I could.
All
Remember
right.
when I told you she was asking what feet
All
came
right,
with it?
yeah.
And we were supposed to, that's the 750.
No, there's no paperwork.
The 750 is the one at the gathering. That's the one that was traded in.
Well, disregard.
Disregard
the
that.
last
Anyway.
2 minutes. I got nothing.
Sorry,
A
Connie. Jake's trying to sell you a
750
machine.
It's still here.
All right, I bought my 750 in 2013. When I traded up, it had 8 million stitches on it, and it was still solid, perfectly fine. Jake took care of it, serviced it. Yeah, it was. So if you think about, well, it's an older machine. No worries. It's embroidery capable. Yeah. If there's one back
Yes.
there.
We do have a 750 that
Yep.
we just have. That's
It's a good
so there
deal.
was a little mix up, but we have a 750.
We have a few 880s. So if
Yep.
hoop frame interests you, maybe we could throw a package with one of our
Yeah,
used
that'd be
880s.
cool.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That's an option. We have
Mhm.
used 770s. We have 2 CAFEs back there that you can get a really good deal
We
on.
always
right
have
now.
a great selection that's constantly churning of used machines. So if
Mhm.
you are in the market for a Bernina but want to shop used, it's always worth a call. And then even if we don't have what you want, I know what to look for.
Yeah.
So then when somebody's coming in and thinking about trading in their 3 Series, and I know that I got that 3 Series sold, that just it really
Yeah.
greases the wheel and
Helps a lot.
makes the deals happen, especially when I know someone is looking for something. So
Yeah.
Yeah, even if you're looking for older ones, like I know we have some 1530s.
And some people like those machines
Yep.
because they're mechanical.
Yep.
yes.
So we have
I
some
don't-
older
I want
options too.
the
I have
newest,
a Aurora 440.
greatest. Wonderful.
Yeah.
$9.90.
Yeah. So let us know what you're looking for. We always have used machines. So let's get to quilts. Are we ready
Yeah,
for quilts?
quilts.
Is that what we want to
Yeah,
do? All
do
right.
You want to look
quilts.
at this one first?
Yeah, someone asked me. Yeah, people are asking about that one.
I think she had this one unquilted in her last live or her last previous lives. So now it is here quilted.
Quilted.
I thought you were going to get us in trouble because I thought this was something that, because I came up and I saw it hanging and I'm like, isn't this something?
She had this in the background. I remember it. I was like, oh, that's unquilted.
Yeah, this thing is awesome. So if
No, it was a cotton one.
We were trying to figure out the details on the quilt because that's a newer one of hers.
She was talking about the details last week.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Bird
Well,
in Flight, I
we
think
can
is the
talk
blog.
about the, yeah, Jess will know.
What? The quilt details of the quilt behind them.
That is for Cabin Fever Retreat.
Cabin Fever Retreat.
It is called Arrowhead.
Arrowhead is the name of it.
And we will have patterns and kits available after the retreat.
Oh, look at that. You can see the quilting really well there.
Yeah.
So this is an awesome new
Thank you.
geometric that we've been using. The name escapes me at the moment, but it is sort of like a modern meander with a little bit more whimsical. You know, and I thought this looks sort of like, because I mean the quilt is called Arrowhead and it kind of does have that sort of Native American feel to it.
Yeah.
I feel like that geometric pattern is really cool. It just
But there's
reminds
enough
me.
curve.
Yeah,
You know,
it
there's
reminds me of that style.
Yeah.
I really, really like it. It looks great. And I love that. I think it's like a very like Southwesty
Reminds
style.
me of like SpongeBob SquarePants, like the designs on the pineapple. I think.
Now I can't. Nah, no, my God, no.
Oh,
No,
just
pat-
wait.
the
Just
pattern has
wait.
been ruined.
SpongeBob will be in your future,
Yeah.
buddy.
I don't think so. I think SpongeBob is in the past. I have a feeling.
No,
Oh,
No, it's still.
you know what you got to get my Rocket Power.
I remember that. Yeah, Nickelodeon.
Ah,
All that stuff didn't age that well.
No.
Anyways, we'll skip that. We'll just
we'll move
go over
on.
that, right?
Move on.
Surprised any of us made it out of childhood.
What red color did you use?
Clear.
So clear. again, our favorite, our most favorite. It is whenever you have a lot of, crazy contrasting colors, especially if one of those colors is white in there, it's very hard to pick something other than white. And if you don't want all that stitching over, I mean, you can just see in the camera here, I can see sort of the picture, how striking the colors are. And when you have all that white stitching over it, I'm just not, you're probably not even going to be able to see that. But yeah, so we got a black Aurifil cotton in the bobbin.
Wow.
And it just disappears.
Yeah,
wow.
If you look on any of the white, you don't see any black dots.
Wow, you guys did a
super
super job on that.
It's almost like we kind of know what we're doing occasionally.
God, yeah, cool.
Once in a while, you can see. The tension on this.
Perfect.
I mean, I've come to realize that a lot of times, if you're struggling with tension, sometimes it really has to do with the fabric you're using. Because I just find that anytime we use like high quality, when it's a shop sample and it's Moda fabric or whatever, it just seems to stitch really, really great. Jake, grab the truck one. That's the one I really want to show off.
Okay.
This one we've had for a little bit.
Yeah.
And
it's
I've just
super cute.
Super excited to show this one off because I thought this was really cute.
All right. I'm going to get out of the way.
All right, Barb.
I'm moving out of the way. Take my.
All right. This lady's name is Barb. This is the good old-fashioned modern meander. And this is a super here. Take that.
Oh, it's this one?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Look at this. How cool is this? Jake, you talked to this lady. I didn't.
So, from what I can remember, she is doing charity quilts for her church. I think that this is what these are for. Yeah.
My favorite part is the bottom. It says slow down. Yeah. So it's like a construction site quilt. Super cute. I don't know where she got the pattern, but it's great. And then the back is really cool too. So all the Tonka trucks, right? The cement mixers and earth movers and
diggers.
Yeah. A lot of times I don't really like a lot of the kids stuff, but this one is legit.
It's cute.
Yeah. That one's legit. I love that one. Here, Jake, here's the lady's name. And now I'll move on to this one. Colleen quilted this one, and this is Cheryl Phipps. I don't know how to pronounce that. But Colleen quilted this one, and this is gorgeous.
And I think the person wanted a specific pattern, so we bought the specific
yes, which we will
pattern.
occasionally agree to do. But look at this.
This is god awful.
I'll hold it nice and still so Kaylee can get the quilting on it. But it's this beautiful sort of paisley.
Got it.
So if you do want something that we don't have, all you got to do is pay for it and we'll get it. So as long as you do some research and you find out that it BQM, Bernina Quilt Machine file is the file name. So as long as, and most of the companies that digitize it are making it for it. So it's not very hard. I'll show off the back here a little bit.
Yeah.
But if you have something really specific, you just got to pay us and we'll buy it.
Those designs are not typically expensive, right?
Maybe anywhere from $10 to $15 is usually.
It's not like a huge expense, but
price.
It's, if you do see something that you really like.
Yeah, if you're going to look at it for the next 30 years, you might as well pay the $10 and have it exactly how you want it.
Yep.
All right.
I like the back on this one.
This is Kathy Bergman. Let's look at this one.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, I think I remember this one.
Yep.
Yeah. kind of a really traditional pattern.
Very soft colors.
Yeah, very muted. It's really gorgeous.
It's like a shirting.
Yep. And then Modern Meander?
No, I think
No?
it's something else.
Yeah,
Oh.
Colleen went and bought a ton of these new geometrics.
Oh, is this the iCat?
Something like that.
What did you
No.
call it?
I don't think so. Let me see the back. No, it's not iCat.
Yeah, we got a whole
But-
new series of
I love the
geometrics
back.
that, because we just got sick of. We love Modern Meander, but I mean,
How many times can you do it?
yeah. What do we stitch this one with? This one's clear.
Yep.
Yep.
Sweet.
Very nice. Very nice.
You want to grab another one?
Yeah, let me look here. Ooh, I want to show this one. This one's a large one. Okay. This is another one. This is by Barb, the same lady who did the truck quilt. This is a really cool one. We did a feather on.
Got it.
Yeah, we got quite a bit, so let's keep them organized here. Otherwise, we'll be figuring out whose is whose.
Oh,
So check this one out. This is a really rather large one.
Yeah. But it's a beautiful. I don't know if that's like a wedding quilt or something. That's just gorgeous.
Yep.
That's a lot of work.
So we did good old-fashioned taupe 2370 Aurifil, front and back. It's my absolute favorite. Anytime you have that sort of primitive sort of color scheme. The quilt pattern is Bountiful Feather. It's one of our favorites.
Yeah.
But this thing is just enormous, so we could pick up even
Yeah,
half
I think
of it.
it's like a
show them
king.
around. Yeah, this thing is huge.
But
So
I love the
yeah,
cornerstones blocks. Those are sweet.
it's a gorgeous quilt.
okay. Well, this one doesn't have a bag. It's going to go right in that tote. Yep. All right.
That's a lot of quilt.
Yep. A lot of quilt to fold up. All right. What else do we have? Let's see. Ooh. Keep these together. Oh, this is another one of Christy Bergman. And we have good old-fashioned orange peel. Oh, yes. And this
yeah.
is really cool. What is the name of this again? That's that. It's the panel
It's the
fussy
panel.
cut, but
Yeah. Orange peel.
invisible thread.
Nice traditional kind of looking.
Beautiful.
Mhm.
Here, Jake, so you can pull this one. And then let's see. Autumn on the farm. Yeah. What do we have left? Let's see. Let's show off. So this one goes here. This will be the last one. This is Jean Westfall. Here, Jake, let me put that in here so we don't lose that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jean is one of our
Local favorite people.
favorite customers. She brings us a lot of quilts. She's prolific and they're really nice.
Yes. And we're always looking for new
Pretty.
designs because she brings us so many things.
That's sweet.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. Oh, I love the
That's a
border.
new design too.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Love all the solids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like that border a lot.
Invisible thread once again. Cream, sort of white Aurifil on the back.
It's a fun back. Confetti.
Yep.
And that quilting pattern just pops.
It's like sprinkles.
Ooh, yum.
All right.
Okay.
Deal.
So quite a few great things today to show that we showed. Let's fold this up and we'll take a few questions and then we'll
See
let
where we're
Barb
at.
do her thing.
Well, if we have time. Otherwise, we get time. Another week.
All right. Very cool.
How did I get thread on me? Gosh.
Yeah. Every day when I leave, I show up and I'm like trailing thread like a mummy. You know what I mean? With the
Yeah.
What I used to happen to me is it would always get caught in between my shoelaces, and I would end up tying my shoes with thread. And then as I would walk, it would just all snap. Actually, I don't have laces anymore.
The problems we encounter here in Quilt Land.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
a lot of really great stuff. Right now, our quilting service is just running on jet fuel. So we have a problem, and that problem is that we are just knocking things out. So if you are someone who's been procrastinating on sending things in because you're kind of like an instant gratification person, which is kind of like me, like now's the time to send it in. I mean, right now we don't have hardly any quilts, so everything is just getting done.
Mhm.
So it is a great time to send us our stuff, send us your stuff, and get it back really quickly.
Yes.
And it's not always like this.
No.
So because right around the fall, that's when we have the market thing and the quilt show and all that. So now's
Yeah.
the time.
Mm-hmm.
Do not delay. All right, let's answer some questions and
Then we'll see where we're at.
yeah. It's
Okay.
like how long are we on? Is that 47 minutes?
37.
Okay, so
Okay.
we're all right. What do we
Okay.
got? After questions, we'll see.
Okay.
I love questions. I love answers.
So the BO8, when you say mechanical, this is always such a weird question. There's no screen.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a treadle, so it's got electrical. I mean, you plug it into the wall, right?
Right.
When people say mechanical, Jake, what does that even mean?
I think they're referring to the older style, like 830s, 930s, things like that.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah.
The 830 record, not the 830.
Correct.
Yeah. So yeah, there's no screen. It's just knobs and levers and that types of thing to operate it.
Yep.
So yes,
It's mechanical.
it's mechanical.
Straightforward.
Okay.
Do custom quilting.
Do we do custom quilting? No. No.
We have other people that we can refer you to. But
we stay in our lane. I've done it a couple times, and it's just
We stay in our
the
lane.
juice ain't worth the squeeze. All right.
We can recommend custom quilters if you need them.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, just
We
give
have
us a
people.
call and we can help facilitate that.
Yeah.
buy a long arm and do it yourself.
Yeah.
Hey, that's an idea.
That's what I would do.
Okay. Do you only quilt with Aurifil? Well,
We do a lot of it with
yeah.
it. We just
we do Aurifil cotton and we do Aurifil clear and smoke. So yeah, there's a lot of Aurifil, but there's different kinds of Aurifil.
but that is our preference as of right now. But we are looking around.
We experiment.
We are shopping.
What is
There's no number. It's just called clear, and you can get it on Amazon. You just type in Aurifil clear, and the spools will come up. Well, it's definitely different. So now here's the thing, and there's a couple thoughts on this. You're using cotton in the backing, so really you're not. I mean, if you're worried about like using it for a comforter or something like that, you could choose to just do the cotton on the top and the backing. However, I mean, the cotton still is on the backing. So unless the tension is just garbage, you're not going to feel that thread on the back. You're not going to feel that thread on there. And then also when something gets washed and it kind of bunches up, I mean, I don't think you're really going to be feeling that. Now, full disclosure, a lot of the invisible thread we're using it. These are quilts that are art pieces. These are not really for people that you're going to be washing once a week or whatever. These are to hang on your wall or put over a couch or seasonal decorations.
Yeah, especially like the wool applique.
It's about art.
Yeah.
It's not about that. So it's got its place.
I will say though, I mean, I have a few RV blankets that I've stitched with clear on the top, and I mean, I've washed them hundreds of times.
I would say,
dried them on high heat. I haven't had any issues with them.
Yeah, there's that weird thing where people think, maybe it's like lower quality stuff. We did our little experiment, but I did some research into commercial sewing, and it's actually the opposite. They don't use cotton thread because it's prone to discolor and break and become brittle. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people are worried that invisible will age and become brittle. So, I mean, I'm not doing some 100-year test, but I'm thinking
I started as a child, but
for most people, it'll probably outlast you.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest.
Yeah,
just being honest.
Really.
Yeah. It won't disintegrate in your lifetime. I mean, unless you're taking your quilts to a laundromat and those big industrial things. I mean,
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
No fuss orange peel is the one we get.
Yep.
We love it. Yes. We started started it during COVID because people weren't able to come in. So it's like we're shipping backing fabric just for you to make one seam. And so we will charge you the retail price. I think it's $20 a seam, and we'll make it for you. And it will be the right size, and you won't have to have made that mistake.
Yeah.
Starts at 3 cents a square inch. And none of our designs are big open, so you're still getting a good density.
Yeah.
Like this behind us, this is only 3 cents. So it's a really great option. It can go up from there if you want something that's super, dense and hard. Mm-hmm. But there's no thread charge. The only other charge there could be is if you don't have batting, we'll just charge you what the cost is for batting, but no bobbin charges or thread charges or any of the other stuff. So length times width times 0.03, and that'll get you your approximate quilting cost. We have, so
they all come with nets on them. Generally, we pull them off.
It does. I don't know. I just talked to Troy actually.
He did?
And he said that he's had good luck with the nets. So maybe we got to revisit that, because the issue with the clear is right away when the cone is big because it's new, there's not a lot of memory, so it runs through. But when that spool becomes smaller, the twist on the thread, the memory is the issue. And what it does is it can fall off and loop around the base, or it can actually twist around the thread stand. Or
it can get ugly.
Yeah. So you have to always watch it. That is for sure. No. Buy a BO8.
Yeah. Yes.
We use Moda Luna, which it's comparable to like a Hobbs. It's an 80/20. It feels amazing. We recommend it quite a bit. Is that it? Oh yeah. So we have, but so I am aware of sort of the idea that a little baby can get his little toe in there, and because that thread is strong. Mm-hmm. There was I wonder if this has happened one time, but it was so horrible that now it's just permeated the entire, what I mean?
The whole world,
the cat suffocated the baby story or whatever, you know what I mean? Well, the story is that because that thread is very strong, and if you wrap, it can, Heidi's looking at me like terrified. Yeah, It can. I've heard that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
um,
But we
listen.
personally don't have any
no,
experience
we have
with that.
not.
No.
As far as I know, we
No.
have not. We're not responsible for the injuring of
Anybody.
babies
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah.
But if that's a concern, I've heard that concern.
Yeah.
And maybe you just choose cotton.
Yeah.
That is what they're saying. That's why she
Yes.
said that.
Yes.
That's dangerous or whatever.
Yes.
I'm just trying to think of how can that baby unravel while
Well,
in the-
no, I think what
Yeah.
I think what happens is like if you have like a long stitch or something and like a toe gets in there and it'll cut. It can, because I've had it where especially like Isacord, where if I have to break a thread and I just do it with my
like
hands,
this?
it cuts.
Yeah. It's
So
like,
I always have
what?
cuts
Yeah,
like
what?
right here from just breaking thread.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
some of the stuff is strong.
Yeah.
And it'll cut into your fingers. So
Yeah.
that's where that comes from.
Yeah.
We can. Yes, we can.
everything's for sale.
Yep. Everything's for sale. That's true. Except Connie Thomas's quilt.
Set
Connie,
that $750. That's
yeah.
sold.
Yeah. Jeez. Oh man, I hope she got a good chuckle out of that.
I hope so too. My bad.
No, we
That
don't.
one's on me.
So it's something that that we've done, and it's like no good deed goes unpunished. So now it's up to you to trim it how you want.
Yeah.
Because people are particular. We thought it would be something nice,
Yeah.
but
More trouble than it's worth.
no more trouble. That's it.
That's it.
Are you sure you don't want to just keep going? Okay. All right.
Okay. All right.
Winners.
Yours. Oh,
Me first?
you first.
Cindy Meyering. Congratulations. You are a winner.
You won.
And Mark Campbell.
Oh, there we
Mark.
go, Mark.
Campbell. Hey. Contact Heidi.
Excellent. And then last is Donna Harris.
You
Donna Harris,
also
you are
a winner.
Yay.
a winner. You
Yes.
won.
You won.
It's going to be a great day.
Yes.
Contact Heidi to collect
Contact
your
Heidi.
Well, I think we're running out of steam here.
Yep.
Do you want to do your thing, or are we good to go?
Nope. I think we're good to go
We'll stay-
because I just talked a little bit about it at the start, and that's a teaser for next time.
Yes, we got some big things in the works here. So
Yeah. Yeah.
thanks to everybody for joining in. It's been a lot of fun. Once again, this is the second week in a row where it's been super interactive.
Yeah.
We love
Thank
the
you.
rapid
Yeah.
fire questions.
Yep.
And I think it makes it more interesting for you guys as well. So hope to see you next week.
Silence on the set.
Are you going to sign us off? Let's
Yeah.
get out of here.
Always remember, clean and oil your Bernina.